Hello, internet.
Whoa.
We are live.
Hello.
We are live
Welcome
today.
all to the Eager Electronics podcast. Eager to hear. Today's guest is the HollowPoint Vigils. We're here with me, Cy, and Alex, that guy over there, and Andrew over there.
Hi.
We got Dana and Sean. They compose the HollowPoint Vigils.
Hey. What's going on? How's it going? Does that sample just cut off right there, or does it go longer?
No, I cut it off early.
Play the whole thing. Play the whole thing out. Let him rejoice. Yeah, there we go.
Thanks, Andrew. Thank you.
I gotta work on it.
All right. So, do you guys want to just tell everyone about yourselves and about your new album and what's going on?
Okay. My name's Sean. I play guitar. I rap and I sing and I yell and I scream and I get crazy.
You play piano? Do you
play
piano?
I play piano.
Okay.
Low key. Play no pun intended, but I play piano. That's lame. And then that's about I think I'm done. You guys can talk to Dana for the rest of the fucking podcast.
My name's Dana. I play drums, and that's about all I do in the band. I just play drums.
No, Dana is the only reason why we've had any type of public exposure whatsoever. He's pretty much the whole fucking engine of the band.
Why, thank you, Sean.
Yeah. Otherwise, I would be on a couch alone.
So Dana's the
playing
true
songs to
believer
myself.
of the HollowPoint Vigils.
Yeah, he's the heart. I'll probably like the brain, I guess. No, maybe maybe switch that, because the brain kind of does more shit. The heart kind of makes shit fuck.
No, pretty much Sean is the creative side of it when it comes down to all of our stuff. Sean handles pretty much the creativity. So when it comes to the songwriting, Sean, it's all about Sean. When there's something with piano, Sean did it. If it's guitar, there's times where we'll work on guitar together and like, oh, that sounds good, or hey, play this. But Sean usually comes up with an idea for a song, all the lyrics, and then anything that you see on the creative aspect, like the album cover off of our first album, Sean made that whole story. We can get to that later or something. And then off the new album, Sean does all the artwork on it, the CD design, everything. So when it comes to the creativity, the art, all that, that's Sean. When it comes to the other side of, like, I guess you want to say the business aspect of it and everything else that goes with it, the pain in the ass side, that's where I handle all that.
The pain in the ass side is the legs, I guess you would say, of any actual musical movement, because
Yeah, otherwise it just dies as soon as you hit resistance.
yeah, you
It's
don't
hard. You're like, oh, that's no more band.
exactly. Yeah, it doesn't go anywhere. It doesn't leave the garage unless somebody's trying to move it. So, and I'm not good at moving things.
So what's the new album called?
Capital Punishment.
And can we play the track 7, which is titled Capital Punishment now?
Yeah, sure. That's great.
Track 7.
Hey, don't
got it.
sue us.
7.
Don't sue us for playing your songs. Turn it up. I thought you had this down,
Turn the
Andrew.
gate off.
Yeah, turn your gate off.
How is it gate on it?
Beautiful day, alone in this hole, keep digging away. I'm gonna need
Oh no.
All right, Andrew. You gotta
It's
pause
like a
the music,
remix.
and then you gotta turn the gate off on your settings, or
The gate.
yeah, where is it settings? It says
The vocal sensitivity is what they label it in Discord.
Put it back. I lost you guys for a second. That was scary.
Oh no.
I felt alone and cold.
Dude, that was really scary. I started to sweat. Are you guys still there?
Yeah.
Yes.
So where's this app
Okay, good.
settings?
We're also just all disappearing in a drown of sweat.
Yeah.
Okay.
So app setting voice.
We're nervous that the sound's not going to work anymore, and that has absorbed all of the
my
sound.
God.
Where's
Oh
the
no.
What,
Well-
Alex? I can't hear you. Everyone talking.
hello?
Yeah.
Well, if the sound doesn't work on your end, we're in the studio right now. We'll just play it live.
Did
No,
you
I'm
change the
kidding.
settings?
That would be cool.
Hey Andrew,
What did you want me to change?
are you in voice and video settings?
Yeah.
And just change the sensitivity so it's all the way to the left, and
Yeah.
that way the gate will always be on.
Yes. That.
Your circle will be forever green, like mine
Wait,
is.
does this say automatically determine input sensitivity?
Yeah.
Turn that off,
Yeah. Okay.
and then drag the thing.
Yeah, I got it now.
Okay.
Holy shit!
So now,
'Cause it's just preventing the audio from coming through. Wow, it's actually working.
Guess I'm gonna spend another beautiful day alone in this hole, keep digging away. Hey, I'm gonna meet you, I'm gonna greet you, I'm gonna see you in hell. And that, as a matter of fact, you were better off without me, like the knives in your back. Cause I wanna be you, I wanna feel you, I wanna bleed to it. Everything that led to the path we paved solidifies my reason for me needing to stay. Gonna learn you don't need a person like me to believe in yourself. When you're gonna need some mate, come out of the wood to eat the prey. Say face. I wanna be crucified like a religious archetype. Nails in my palm, their souls into the gallows, feed this down and drag through the heart. Uptown, let the rifle lay me down, grace me a crown. Of God, wish I never had been born. Meaning it's over. And I'll be thinking about you in hell. Thinking about you. Despite all the spite, I guess I incite you. I'll do what I can to be right beside you. But it ain't fair to divorce you to bear the affair and it's bearing those wounds. I'll keep beating words, I'm sick to my guts, on my stomach church cuts. I wouldn't dare to convince you to care when I sit in a chair of my doom. So let's make works of art, shoot flames to the veins of a broken heart. I know that won't blow no smoke, I'm a go real fight on my soul to the rock, so dumb. Don't you doubt the spark, where I'm born in the end, name playing arts. I sow what I reap, and what I eat. I wanna be cruel. Fight like a religious archetype, nails in my palm, and souls into the gallows, beat me down, drag through the heart. Uptown, let the rifle lay me down, place me a crown. Of God, wish I never had been born. Meaning it's over. I know that I'll be thinking about you. Slide like a religious archetype, nails in my palm, and souls into the gallows, beat me down, drag through the heart of sound. Let the rifle lay me down, place a crown of thorn. Wish I never had been born. You know that I won't stop thinking about you.
Yeah, play the whole song.
Yeah, that song was great. It's a whole
whoa.
journey.
Yeah.
Radio.
I'm sorry
play.
the audio quality was sloshy and
Well,
drowning.
Yeah, it
work
was
on
it
that.
was interesting audio quality, but it played all the way through, so that's cool.
Yeah, and
It's exactly how we sound live too.
Yeah, just sloshy. If you
Oh
describe us
my
as a
God.
band, we're very slosh.
Yeah, what type of music? We play slosh.
We're slosh rock.
7-Eleven free slushies.
Hell yeah. You guys should come
Slosh
up with a pedal called the Slosher.
I mean, I'll get
That's
really
a great
drunk and then
name.
try to build it.
Mm-hmm. It probably would just be like a phase or something.
I feel like the slosher would be a pitch drift. You would put it
Yeah.
on there, and it would be a chorus that randomly oscillates instead of just always being a certain number of cents off. It would be a random number of cents off.
There you go.
Hell yeah.
You never know what you're getting.
Make sure you turn your gate back on, Andrew.
Anyway, so that was capital punishment, and you were talking a lot about the crucifixion imagery, and that's a kind of ancient capital punishment. You want to expand any more on what background or ideas you're trying to like bring into play?
Well, what's weird? Okay, so like the whole album itself is mostly about like really kind of non-personal things, you know. That song's probably the most personal
stuff?
Yeah, like that song was the song that I wrote when I was like feeling a lot of guilt, so it was kind of like I don't know, I just felt like I should be await my punishment, so to speak. So I don't know, just the type of imagery that came into my head was just like, you know, like be a martyr type of thing, crucifixion, and then what else do I say? And like getting beat with stones and shot and stuff like that. It's very graphic, I guess you would say. But a lot of my lyrics are. I use music to vent. It's cathartic, so I just I mostly write shit like that when I'm pretty upset about something. But that song in general, though, kind of, I feel,
It
is
seems like it's sort of about the bigness, the size of it, the journey.
Yeah,
the fact that it's like an epic.
Yeah, because the rest of the album is kind of like, it's more about society's impact on you, like kind of like the way society kind of punishes you, so to speak. Like, I mean, you're just existentially, you're born, and then before you know it, you need to work, otherwise you'll starve to death. And then which, I mean, I'm making it sound like it's really horrible. It's not that bad.
I mean, no, it's inevitable that in a capitalist society, the worker is alienated from their labor, and soon alienation leads to a bigger and bigger divide. That's just inevitable.
Yeah, I mean, what it really boils down to, like the album, is just kind of like the angst and frustration of, you know, just dealing with daily shit that is time consuming, like going to work. I think the first 4 tracks of the album are just about how much I hate working. And then the other 2 tracks are more kind of just how society is kind of an experiment in and of itself. We're more at the mercy of, you know, corporations and banks and stuff like that, and people who kind of just use us to gauge profits, like, you know, and continue to stack money. And I don't know,
so it's a social critique. The album coming out is all about a social critique and something about the political stance that's happening right now. And I was listening to some of the tracks earlier. I noticed track 6, Space Monkey, seemed like it was a Trump song, a song about Donald Trump.
Not particularly about anybody. I mean, if I was to say it was about Donald Trump, I could say the same thing about Obama or any other president. I really believe that they're all puppets. They're all being used to distract us from the people who are really doing the business deals, who are really creating trade embargoes and setting up coups across the world. And I mean, it's really like, we live in a day and age where what they play on the news is not really like the top stories. There's shit that's going on, and these are just distractions. It's all theater, and a lot of it's fear mongering, just trying to keep people inside their house and afraid of their neighbors. And you know, it's funny when you talk to just your average Joe about, you know, things that are going on, and most of the time it doesn't matter what their political background is, whether they're Democrat or Republican or whatever it is. They always seem to meet me in the middle about stuff, to where they scratch their head and go, it's like, what's really going on here? I feel like I'm being used. I feel like this is really just You know, I'm just kind of like a sheep or cattle in this whole social experiment, you know, and however long they want to keep it going, you know, we're at the mercy of it. But Space Monkey specifically,
Let's hear the song.
yeah, here, play Space Monkey.
Track
This is one of my favorite songs to perform, by the way.
Track 6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, let me do my audio thing again.
He only has the files from before you sent me
Switchboard.
the titles.
Oh, sorry.
Track 6. Track.
Yep.
Space Monkey.
Oh, I actually wrote this song on piano.
Yeah, we'll fill you in on the details. Yeah. Oh, Dana,
It's not much, but
do you want to play the song first, or you want
Yeah.
me to?
Keep talking until the song starts and then shut up.
Okay. So, yeah.
I actually wrote this song a long time ago, and I wrote it before I met Sean. And it's not much to it. There was a distorted road sound that I was playing in, and I wrote it one day, and then it kind of just sat for a long time. And then Sean listened to it. I played it for him. And again, this was before I met Sean. So then Sean heard it, goes, "Ooh, that's dope." So then he just messed with it, got some ideas. And I mean, we actually wrote the song quite a while ago, but it
Yeah.
stayed shelved and we did nothing with it. And the only thing that let us be able to play this song or do it at shows is we picked up we bought a drum pad. So then we were able to take the drum pad, load the piano onto it, and then that way I could trigger it and then play it. Sean would take his guitar off and can actually like rap the song while the drum pad's playing, and then I'm playing drums to it. And but before we had the drum pad, we were just never able to play it. So it just sat there and sat there and sat there, and then finally we got it, and it became one of our biggest crowd participation songs that we have, where people, I mean, it's like, "You gonna do Space Monkey? You doing Space Monkey?"
Yeah.
So
It's
Salvaged by technology.
yep.
You gotta break a couple embryos to make another omelet. So let's train a couple monkeys, stuff them in a cockpit, shoot them into outer space, they fall to Earth like comets. Collect the vessels, remnants, stop the bodies, keep the rockets, then just cost-effective nonsense. Astronauts will turn to profit, burning holes into your pockets. Every Mercury project lost in space without contact. Trapped inside the Twilight Zone. If I had controls in this cockpit, I'd use some shit and fly right home. I was rubbing inside of a petri dish, hoping to summon a genie wish. Turn us out of the craziness. Believe me, this that easy for you to guinea pig. Live life inside experiment. So rich and they stick me with disease, infest, inflict me. I'm oblivious. Slip into oblivion. So folks can go on getting air. Prognosis, post a million osmosis, storage recipient holster. Spittable the hideous foes, wiggle the toes, the silver rose. Give me your dose until my eyelids close while I go comatose. Like a comatose. Well, I go comatose. Keep your mind sedated, faded, medicated, lucid in a stasis, stupid and contagious. Wash away your brains with pervasive entertainment and chase it down with tasteless fluoridated hydration. Keep your mind sedated, faded, medicated, lucid in a stasis, stupid and contagious. Wash away your brains with pervasive entertainment and wake me up to run amok through fucked up crazy mazes. Then wake me up to run amok through fucked up crazy mazes. Wake me up to run amok through fucked up crazy mazes. They wake me up to run amok through fucked up crazy mazes. Yeah! They wake me up to run amok through fucked up crazy mazes. Like a space monkey. Space monkey. Fuck space monkey. Space monkey. medicated, lucid in a stasis, stupid and contagious. Wash away your brains with pervasive entertainment. Wake me up to run amongst some fucked up crazy mainstream.
Control. Control, are you there? Control, are you there? Does anybody hear me? Everybody hear me? Mission Control. Mission Control. Mission Control. Mission Control.
Whoa, man.
Whoa.
You fucked up racist.
That's what's cool about music is that it's like, at least I always try to write my songs to where they're not very specific. I try to keep it vague and kind of cryptic to where people can break it down in their own way. And that's lyrically, I always enjoyed like having different interpretations of my music. Like when people are able to pull different meanings that I didn't even hear in the lyrics.
Did you ever like listen to one of your favorite songs and you interpret it some specific way because the lyrics are vague, and then you find out what the author meant, and you're like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah, it's like I was way off. Samsonite, I was way off. Yeah, totally. I mean, more and more, the more I get into writing, the more I tend to, if I hear a song and I think it's good, I have to look the lyrics up. It didn't used to be the case. Didn't used to really matter to me that much. And I think for a lot of people, it really doesn't matter that much. But now I realize it's just like, you're discrediting the song a little bit if you're not trying to figure out what the lyrics are. The only thing is that's funny about that is that we don't have any of our lyrics like posted for any of our stuff. And that's kind of something that we need to work on and get our lyrics out or posted somewhere so people can look them up.
Yeah, because there's songs where we have from years ago, like
he doesn't even
songs where I'm like, dope, and we're in the middle of playing it, and I'm like, what the fuck are you saying right here, Sean? And I have no idea. And I have lyrics are for years on the songs, and I'll sit here, I'm like, what do you say right here? And he'll say it, I'm like, oh my god, it's so good. But it's funny because it's like discovering a part of this song that I've known for so long, but it's like you never knew what it was, and then when you actually get the lyrics, like, damn, that's good. There's a line in Capital Punishment. I never knew what he was saying. I didn't get it.
One line,
but it was when you first did it. What's the verse? It's towards the end. It's like I'm gonna go real quiet. I'm gonna stroke to the rope. So don't douse out the sparks. That whatever. Say it. Whatever it is.
See, this is the worst part. Like, I can't remember my lyrics unless I'm fucking playing. There's once, like, we have a buddy of ours who's
he's making lyric videos for us on for YouTube. So I'm gonna pull up a lyric video real quick so I can find it.
Find the lyrics to your own song.
I don't know. I can't remember it when it's on the spot like that. Like,
Yeah,
I don't know
what you mean.
why.
It's all
I
good.
just don't remember my own shit unless I'm playing. It's muscle memory at this point. Like,
I went to a Mountain Goats concert, and someone shouted out the request, Snow Owl, and he's like, "Someone get your phone out and go to song meanings. I don't like Genius. Get song meanings and bring the lyrics up so I can read them."
Seriously, that's how it is sometimes. Like, luckily, we don't really have a whole lot of songs, so
Yeah, we got plenty.
we got plenty of
How
songs.
many songs
but
do you think you've written?
Written a lot, recorded not like maybe half.
Yeah, I mean, we've got stuff that's hit the cutting room floor to where we just never got around to bringing it to life, I guess.
Written hundreds of songs and memorized hundreds of other songs. You know,
Yeah.
it's really hard to remember like these specific ones that you
Mhm.
are the person who is the sole steward of, really.
Yeah.
All right, here I got the lyrics. I pulled it. There, so I never knew what he was saying, but it's at the very end of the second verse of Capital Punishment. He's like, hold on, actually, let me go back. Where's that? Don't you douse? It says, "Don't you douse the sparks? Where I'm going in the end, they ain't." So would I read? Am what I eat? I want to be, and then it goes to the
Crucified.
chorus.
You
But
gotta
I
fix
never
that. You
knew what
got
he
to
was
cut out
saying.
at an end rhyme.
Yeah.
I never knew what he was saying. Oh, shit. I never knew what he was saying. And then when my friend just sent me the lyric video today, I was reading along. I was like, that shit is so awesome. But it was like hearing the song or a part of the song for the first time and understanding it and be like, oh, it's so good. Like,
I
it's
love
funny,
how
like, I told
excited
Sean,
you are about
See
your
how
band.
Dana has blind trust in me? I could totally be writing complete doo-doo lyrics, and he probably
Yeah, Dana is like the kind of band that everyone wishes they had in the band.
It's so good.
You're like
and I
the
don't know
wish
what he's
fulfillment for other songwriters.
right.
Don't
But
you wish
we,
you had a drummer who believed in you this hard?
Yeah. No, this is for real though.
Well, no,
everything
that's-
you're saying is absolutely true.
That's what I've told Sean for a long time. It's like I forget what I was going to say now. What did I used to tell you? Oh no, I used to tell him it's not only do I get to be in the band, I love the band. I love what it does. I love the creativity. It's like some of the best experience I've had in the last 8 years have been part of this band, whether it's been on the road, whether it's been doing big shows, whether it's been doing shows where we've played for literally like bartenders, where we've, just sitting in the studio and coming up with new music. It's been fantastic and it's fun. But when you watch Sean play guitar, it is very bizarre. I think, Alex, you've seen that yourself firsthand, so you can see how Sean plays, because he doesn't play traditionally with a pick. It's very weird. So when he plays guitar, he plays in a drop C to pick up the lows.
Well, I play C sharp standard.
Oh, well, never
But
mind.
I don't play drop C, but I drop all my tuning down to C sharp, which is like I think it's 2.5 steps lower than normal. But there's actually a lot of bands that do that, but they're mostly like metal bands.
Wait, so
But
all your
anyways-
strings are C sharp?
Yeah, well, my top string is dropped to C sharp, but it's still tuned standard, so it's not like in drop D or whatever. I do one song that's in drop.
So it's
but
like C sharp, A, D, G, E.
it actually goes C sharp, F sharp.
Don't look at me.
C sharp, F sharp, B. I'm just remembering my acronym and it makes me laugh, but I can't say it.
Oh,
No,
you-
we're not
It's an
saying
inside
that.
joke on a podcast. But I have a special. You know how they have like every good boy eats whatever.
Yeah.
The acronym that you use.
My dear Aunt Sally.
Yeah, we have.
I have my own special one for my tuning, and but it's inappropriate, so I'm gonna leave it.
But
Leave
it
it
works.
unsaid.
But anyway, so the way Sean plays, though, this is where it's interesting, because you watch him play, and all this has a point. I'll get back to in a minute. I'm a talker. You'll find that out. But
This is a
so anyways,
taco.
yeah. So he runs it. So anyways, he has it tuned differently, and then he runs it through an ABY pedal. So then he splits the signal and he runs it through a guitar amp and a bass amp. And then that's where we get our highs and our lows, and that's where we get the really bassy part. So now the guitar's already in a lower note, so it's already low. I just repeated that so many times. All right. So while he's doing that, he doesn't play with a pick. So when he's playing, he's strumming with his fingers, but slapping the low notes with his thumb. So he's doing like slap bass while playing guitar chords at the same time. So a lot of people will come up to us and tell us like, man, I was watching you play and I was trying to find your bass player. And then I realized it's just the two of you guys. And that we hear it all the time. Like, man, you guys sound like a full band. I'm like, well, we are a full band. It's just two of us though. But that's the way that it comes off. So then when you're watching Sean play, he's slapping low notes with his thumb while strumming guitar chords with his fingers. Songs where he's just standing there playing his guitar like a bass, because we'll have bass songs, but he's playing like actual bass notes and playing it like a bass guitar with his fingers.
Motivation, I actually play like a bass, at least just on the verses. On the choruses, I strum it, but on the verses, I actually play like a bass.
And then while doing that, he's rapping and singing and yelling and all that other shit. But like my background, like when I was a kid, it was all rock, and I used to like rock and metal and old rap back in the day. And then I got more into underground. So then I like conscious hip hop. I like stuff that actually has some substance to it, like that has good delivery, not party stuff or things like that. So I'm all
Shout
about.
out to some of your favorites.
Well, if you want to go back to my younger days, first getting into the hip hop scene, As far as the underground was like Atmosphere with Slug and his older music, not as much, but I still really like his old stuff. Sage Francis was great for what he was doing. I used to really like the Living Legends back then. Scarab was one of my favorite MCs and still is today. He's very, very good as far as wordplay and delivery. But stuff like that, and that's what I listen for.
Which is funny because now when like Dana will come rolling through the house or whatever, or like come to pick me up and like he'll be bumping Ti. So that's not necessarily true. I mean, we listen to everything, but
I listen to a lot. But I like a lot of stuff that has good writing. I like stuff that has good lyrics that's not at third grade level. Like I really just don't like what's out there nowadays at all. I think it's just, I mean, if you're listening to it just to nod your head and you like bass heavy songs or trap music itself like that, that's one thing. But I need lyrics that can stimulate my brain. I need something that's there, and I just can't do it with anything out nowadays. So anyways, going back to it though, the thing about the band is it's fun to do this band, but also I told Sean this a long time ago. It's like Sean's actually one of my favorite MCs just for what he's able to do and the words he does. And even like the spoken word stuff, it's so good. And I would sit there, it's like, cool, I really like my band, but not only that, play with one of my favorite MCs ever. High five.
It's so cool how you're such big fans of each other.
Yeah, no, we are. We're like,
no, that's how it should be.
this.
That's what you really want in a band, and that's like why I think you guys have something special.
It's not easy. Like, there's a lot of sacrifice in time, taken away from family and drama in between. So, like,
who needs family?
A band going is it's like I don't know. Unless you're in a band, you just don't understand. Like, as far as this probably goes for a lot of different art forms, because art is time consuming and it doesn't necessarily pay you or reward you. And people who are real artists, they're compulsively drawn to making art. They can't stop. It's like an obsession, it's your passion. So you don't do it for enjoyment or for reward. You do it because if you don't do it, you're going to be miserable and you'll shrivel up and die type of thing. And, I mean, it's kind of like, it's good to have a relationship like me and him have, because it helps you to keep going, even though when shit gets really, tough. And
that's
quit
true.
And throw your hands up.
Artists
and say,
need support, and in your band, that's your main like source of support.
Yeah,
it's amazing to see that you guys support each other as well as you do. That's something I think is really cool.
I tell you, dude, like we had a couple moments. There's one, it was Warped Tour. We did 4 states of the Warped Tour, which was awesome. But about Vegas, it was Vegas. They had the artists park. Like maybe.
Oh, we already
four city blocks away from the venue. And the venue was on the other side of. I don't know if you guys have ever been to Old Fremont Street.
Oh yeah.
Everybody knows Old Fremont Street. If you go to Vegas, you have to visit that. Otherwise, you just didn't get to experience.
I've never been to Vegas. I don't know Fremont Street. What's the deal?
Fremont's the spot. It's like Old Vegas. It's not the Strip. So it's got like, it's the one where they got the zip line that goes over the road, and it's got the big dome over the outside where it's got all the lights and stuff going off. It's actually really cool. It's like a cool spot. There's like different stages for live music every night and all that. But we had to park at the end of Fremont, and then you go all the way like 3-4 blocks to finally get to this venue.
Carry all your shit.
All right, so we're the parking like for the artists and all the buses is 4 city blocks away, which it was the entire span of Fremont Street, and the quickest way to get to the venue and haul our gear through was through Fremont Street.
Oh,
and mind you, it's in the middle of summer, so it was 105 or 6 degrees out, if not more. And I think on average, for every day on Warped Tour, me and Dana probably got about 2 hours of sleep tops. And at this point, we hadn't eaten anything for the entire day. It was was it day 2 or day 3 within that tour? It was only day 2, and we were all. And I mean, it just gives credit. It really opened our eyes to how hard people hustle their music and what the type of pain they put up with going through it. Like this band that we were on tour with, there's this metal band is about 5 kids in the band, I think.
They're called Hall of the Elders.
Hall of the Elders, and they tour in a
5
fucking
kids,
school
the
bus.
elders.
Yeah, I know, right? I don't. He had different members in his band too, the lead singer, but they were kind of like a rebuild of his band.
But they tour in this like old school bus that was converted on the inside. I mean, it was ingenious, solar power, and they built these beds, but it was the grimiest, like hardest, like hardcore stuff you see these people like touring.
Every single one of these kids, they told me that they had a industrial sized gallon of aloe vera in their bus to put on their sunburns. There's a picture, I wish I could show it to you guys, of one of them on Warped Tour. And you can see, dude, I'm not shitting you, he's lobster fucking red. And this is like, their skin would peel off, and then they would burn the skin underneath that, and then that would peel off to the point to where it was just like, they were turning purple. They were so burnt. They were like bleeding. I was like, you guys have to be in so much pain right now. And they would go and stand out in the middle of the fucking sun all day and try to push their CDs. And they would make money to get gas so they could go to the next stop, which is a lot of fucking driving. And they're driving a fucking old ass Ford. Dude, it made us feel like bitches. Like seriously, like it's like we're day 2 in this shit, and they've got to do all 50 states.
If you're not bleeding,
They
then
have
you're
48
dog shit.
states, and yeah, they had to do all 48.
I don't know how many they did. It was a long. They had like 40 shows or some shit like that. It was pretty good, but yeah, they hustle. That's a hustle.
Dude, I was.
Where were you going with this?
I was just saying, man, like this really dives into.
I think that leads us back
having
to
a solid, because me and Dana fucking got in a huge fight that day. But it was basically, it really boils down to the fact that we were completely just demoralized by the whole thing. We played in front of like 300 people, and they didn't flinch an inch. Like they did not give a shit. But
well,
it's also due to the fact that they were hot and they just wanted water, and they had to wait in line
track
for the
2,
water.
which we should listen
Dude,
to.
it was brutal for everybody. Like all the fans that were there, like, so it's not like that they did. Probably it's not that they didn't enjoy what we were doing. It's like they didn't have the energy to even turn around. Like, I don't know. That's just how things go, though. You have shows like that, and you have to get over it. So, yeah.
Let's listen to track 2, Motivation.
All right.
Yeah, there you go. I like that one.
Muzak.
Okay.
Well, you're talking about,
Yeah.
what motivates you on tour. So,
Yeah, there you go.
You also said this one's about being mad at your job.
Pretty much speaks for itself. Yeah.
One more time. One more time. What track?
2.
2. Okay.
We're so smooth.
This is going better than I thought it would, honestly.
Oh, good.
It's exactly like a. But
No, not with you guys. I mean, like with us trying to figure out how to play the music and shit.
You guys got it down.
Yeah. Whatever your manner or motivation, chase it, king. Fuck is a human being. Stick monkey to your thing. Sick conquer the god complex. That's why he beat his chest. He's sinking deep in the flesh and leaving death beneath his steps. It's all just checks and balances. Manifest destiny. Yesterday, never questioning the perplexity of his peasantry. An execution for subordinate sensation. All into a great shit. Different show, same shit. I don't wanna work. I don't wanna work. I don't wanna work. Oh, we should run away. We should run away. We should run away. Go. Wait, no way to run. Ain't no way to hide. Work is just a fight. Need some motivation. Motor transportation. How to make the same shit roll. Motivation. They just need some motivation. He gotta pay the piper. His daily creed is cream. He just another lifer, a gear to move machine. A crank that turns the grinder. I'm with a giant's feast. They're making bread from the bones of those who working beneath. Naive believers that labor will bring an end to a mean. Strikes every door, but he's full. He's got a head full of dreams. A carrot tied to a string that's hanging off of the stick. Keep his mind on the yours. Takes it off of the wall. Let's take it off of the way. Let's take it off. I don't wanna work. I don't wanna work. I don't wanna work. No, shoot it away. Shoot it away. Shoot it away. No, ain't no way to run. Ain't no way to hide. Work it to survive. Ah, pay up over payment. Pay up over paycheck. I don't make the same shit, bro.
Workers of the world unite. Start a punk band. Bleed in the sun while you sell your CDs.
Hell yeah. They were literally bleeding. Like it was. Yeah.
That's terrifying.
It is.
That's
but
what makes it so inspiring.
All right, is it time for the hard-hitting questions now?
Oh God.
Are you ready?
All right.
All right.
This is gonna be about.
Deep.
No,
People
I
are
gotta
gonna
ask.
get
I gotta
mad
ask the
over
hard-hitting
the
questions.
answers to this question. Ultimate controversy. What's your ideal sandwich?
My ideal sandwich. Well, there's
Yeah.
definitely cream cheese involved. I like cream cheese on sandwiches. I don't know why.
Utterly
Bacon.
blasphemous.
It has
but
to have
we'll allow it.
bacon. Probably some sort of dressing. The meat would I like club sandwiches because it has a little bit of everything. I don't know, man. There's so many good sandwiches out there. How could you ask me? What's with you and the goddamn sandwiches?
It's just the way we shitpost in here.
Okay.
No, we literally ask every guest that question.
I like it. It's a good question to ask because it really
You tell a lot about a
exposes
person.
the soul.
And Dana, your sandwich?
You know what? That's not fair because, like Sean said, how can you do that? But
Embrace
you know
the
what, it makes-
controversy, embrace the silence.
I would, when I was a little, I could still taste this. I would have, oh man, when I was hungry as a little kid, I would just get 2 pieces of bread, slap some mayo on it, and cheese, and I was good.
Ooh, dude, like a big thick slice of cheese, like from the block.
Or
you
when
know?
I was really young, my mom would make sandwiches, and I'd get a bologna sandwich. But at that time, I didn't know what mayonnaise was. I had Miracle Whip on that shit.
God, Miracle
Slap
Whip.
some salsa on top
Oh.
of that shit. You got a tostada.
Wait, okay,
You
do you
survived
guys
that
know
food.
that like bologna loaf that has like little pieces of cheese like, built into it?
Oh.
That's
Oh,
like
yeah, those are-
that's like
those
all
are-
I ate when I was a kid too.
It's all buttholes and lips, man. All buttholes and lips.
That's what onion rings are.
Yep.
Do you have your question,
Calamari.
Andrew?
I heard, yeah, calamari in some restaurants.
What? What are you talking about?
Buttholes.
They're squid.
I know. It's just a joke.
Oh.
You could probably
Can you
have some
guys
buttholes.
completely
how you feel about it?
Wow. I completely fell off. Okay. All right.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't really give you a very clear sandwich. What does that say about? Dana was very specific about his sandwich, and it was pretty plain.
Larger than any one sandwich.
I gotta say, it's not good. Not a good
What do you?
response.
You can't just ask me. What's your favorite sandwich? There you go.
Silence. I like silence between
You know,
two
I
slices of
what was
bread, and I like that wrapped up in paper.
no PB and J with the
PB&J?
crust cut off,
Oh,
There's just
cut into little triangles.
Yeah, the KFC
Oh, you know what's
down. The one
Ooh,
where
what's
chicken
that?
instead of bread.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Hey, we were
The chicken is breaded, so you don't need bread.
Yeah, we had a crazy one. We were on show. We did a show out in
brisket sandwich.
No, not the macaroni and cheese brisket sandwich.
Oh,
No, we were out in Tucson, and Sean had some crazy like double donut for bread.
oh yeah, the donut sandwich.
The donut,
It was
whatever.
a donut burger.
It was a donut
Luther
burger.
Vandross.
Yeah, is that what that's called? Oh. You guys are experts. I didn't realize this. Like, I feel like I'm out of my league here as far as the sandwich conversation goes.
No one's in their league. Sandwiches are bigger than anyone realizes.
Did you know that penicillin? Wait, what was the thing with penicillin last time you were talking about? And sliced bread.
I believe
Mold.
Penicillin was
Penicillin
invited
bread mold?
before
Yeah, moldy
sliced
bread. Some bread mold.
You know who used to have a good sandwich? See, I don't eat a lot of meat anymore. I try and stay. Unless it's like chicken, I don't do a lot of red meat. So pastrami, roast beef, all that shit. That stuff's gone. But
well, that makes sense.
Quiznos-
Meat is destroying the planet.
right, it is. Not really, but Quiznos. Yay! Coffee's here.
Coffee is the ultimate sandwich.
So
The coffee man.
goes really good with
Coffee.
sandwiches. It goes good with everything.
Yeah. Quiznos had a chicken carbonara sandwich, I believe it was. Oh, it used to be so good. That was actually really good sandwich because I could say I think I bought that sandwich from that sandwich shop more than any other sandwich anywhere else. So there you go.
Yeah,
All right.
Quiznos
So
has the best
Comprehensively answered.
I could keep going on this subject for a while, honestly.
sandwiches.
I don't know. I think disciples on both sides of the conversation are going to have a lot to chew on when they assault each other.
Haha, a lot to chew on.
All right, Andrew, where's your hard-hitting question?
My would you rather question?
Yeah.
Would you rather have every liquid in your life be Mountain Dew, from the shower to everything you drink to the sink to the pool, just
your
everywhere? Yeah. Or have every song you listen to be All Star by Smash Mouth. Every hum you hear, every song in a movie.
Mountain Dew.
Mountain Dew all day.
Mountain fucking Dew.
You're gonna be sticky all the time.
Mountain Dew, dude.
Like you just pick up the guitar, right? You pick up the guitar, you play it, and it just comes out smash mouth every
No,
time.
yeah.
It's like
And not even deep cuts by Smash Mouth, only the one hit.
Yeah.
No.
And Smash Mouth have some good deep cuts.
You know, Smash Mouth it's not like the worst thing ever, but just the idea of never listening to anything but Smash Mouth, and that song in particular is just that's
Especially
brutal,
as a
man.
musician, like you got to
Yeah.
write new songs. You can't just sing Smash
So
Mouth.
I think if
forever.
that
But
was that world
after
existed,
I jumped to that conclusion, I really feel like that was a poor decision to make. Like, I'm going to be spending my entire life in Mountain Dew. Probably, you're going to develop infections. There's going to be infections. There's going to be
Diabetes.
yeah.
Definitely diabetes.
Oh my God, I'm going to be green.
Yeah,
No,
green, yellow.
you know what? But you can't go back on
Your
it.
balls are
because
going to fall off.
Yeah, that means I'm going to have to fucking cook soup. And when I set the pot to boil, it's going to be full of fucking Mountain Dew.
it's
I'm
gonna
going to
turn
die.
solid,
within
like a
weeks.
solid block of sugar while you're pulling it down.
I might have to change my
Imagine
answer.
you try to distill the water out of the Mountain Dew and it just turns back into Mountain Dew after you've distilled it.
Oh my.
That's a true fucking question right there.
You try and distill it.
That's why it's
You know
that's why
that
it's great.
scene in
It's hard.
Waterworld where he's like, I don't know why I'm saying
I
this,
love
but that scene
Waterworld,
in
dude. That movie's
Waterworld where
amazing.
he's pissing in that machine, at the beginning, and he's cranking it, and it turns his piss back into water.
Yeah.
I can see the disappointment he would have if it turned back into Mountain Dew.
The whole world is covered in Mountain Dew.
Would you rather have every song be All Star by Smash Mouth or just die right there?
Gosh damn. Okay.
No. I'd rather
You're getting closer to a logical question that it was a trick question at first because I read away. I was like, Smash Mouth, of course, and I was like, wait. Now you're getting more into territory where I could be like, you know what? I might just kill myself.
No, dude.
This is not a cry for help, and don't like have somebody check on him. He's fine.
Somebody should
Yeah.
check on him anyway.
I think I
It's
would
the
probably
humanitarian
kill
thing.
myself. God, that sucks.
All right. Okay. So if every song was All Star, all right. So do you think audiophiles would be more prevalent because it would just be about like what sounds better on what equipment, or which Which
Right.
speaker
It'd be a
sounds
big
better to
deal.
play All Star?
It'd probably be 1,000 different types of ways to listen to it, and hopefully there'd be like an 8-bit version where it's just like synth sounds. You know,
I'd want it to be as distorted as possible.
there you go. Like you're playing Nintendo, that's what Mario is. Hey, do you guys have an 8-bit pedal?
Not yet.
You guys need to make one.
Well, like the Frosty Fuzz is pretty much like.
Can it get really? It gets really boxy.
Yeah, dude, I love that shit, dude. I love that shit.
See, we'll start talking some pedals here
Oh,
because
God.
I'm getting into them. I never was a pedal person.
It's just
Uh,
fun.
because-
They're like Pokemon cards.
Because we can talk about how not just the pedals, but how you can get them for free by winning
awesome.
some contests we're starting.
Absolutely.
But you guys are gonna get a pedal though if you want one.
That's fucking awesome. And it's actually really hard for me to choose, but I do have an overdrive pedal, and
What do you have?
I'm not really a fan of it, and I kind of want something that I'm pretty sure you guys would blow.
Like,
Will
what do you
blow away.
use your overdrive pedal for?
Nothing now. It just sits there. The main pedal that we.
I just use it to pull a little bit more feedback out of my amps.
Yeah. Okay.
Because I like feedback, and but at the same time I don't overdo it with overdrive, and I don't really get a whole lot of distortion because then it just totally clouds up the technicality in the guitar.
Well, the one I had, the Super Turbo Mega Drive, it's like it's kind of subtle, but the way that I designed it is so that you can just like kind of round off your sound, you know.
Oh, cool.
If you guys want to like try them out and like see if you like them or whatever.
I
Hell
think
yeah.
that would be the best way to go.
That'd be awesome. Because right now, what we use, Sean has everything: the TC electronic, reverb,
Oh yeah.
and then we got a blues driver, and then we got a Pog 2. That one's pretty cool. That Pog is pretty cool.
The Pog 2 is where it's probably like the coolest fucking thing in the world. Are you guys familiar with the Pog 2 from Electro Harmonics?
Just explain it like your Wikipedia.
It's an octaver,
Oh,
but
yeah.
it's a multi-octaver. It's got
Oh, that's amazing.
and then it also allows you to save 8 presets, so you can change the settings on it and save it, and there's 8 different like memory banks in it that you can use
Yeah,
to
and then-
access your different because it's got a full equalizer on it, and then it has like probably 6 bands. I think. How many bands are on there? 1, 2, 3. There's 5 different
Just one
actually,
band,
only 4
a
of
full
them.
band.
Well, the
the
first
HollowPoint
lesson.
Vigils.
Yeah. There's 4 bands of there's 4 bands of
Well, let's not
different
talk about
octaves.
his pedal. Let's talk about your pedals. Let's talk about your pedals
it's
contest.
okay.
We're
Like,
not,
I like
we're
talking
not
about
selling
pedals.
Pogs on your show. We're selling your show.
I like other people's pedals too.
Yeah, we're eager to hear about pedals.
because you guys make them. So I was saying, if you guys wanted to make an octaver,
I play drums.
I need something to put on my bass.
A pedal that drummers can use.
Yeah. Ooh.
Well, I just need triggers, and I can hook it up to
Yeah.
my drum pad and trigger all my toms, my kick and everything.
Yeah, so I could work on an octaver. The reason I haven't approached it yet is because like all the ones that I've made are like analog pedals. And,
Oh wow. Really?
And for the most part, like an octaver would have to be digital, so that's why I haven't really ventured there yet.
Pedals are analog?
What's up?
All of your pedals are analog?
Yeah, yeah.
Fuck yeah. Oh my god. Now I'm really excited.
That's why they're expensive. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's the analog pedals.
Yeah. They're not that expensive though. I was on your site and I was looking at some of them and I was like, that's not bad.
I mean, like the clean boost is like real simple, so that's why it's like not too bad. But
Mhm.
like the distortion pedal, the Weed Man, that there's so much shit going on in there, so that's why it's like $200.
In all honesty, you could probably tell me better than I would be able to figure out what I should do to enhance the sound of my guitar.
It's just like
Um,
what you want to hear. It's not like
Yeah. Well, right now I'm kind of in an area where I just want to see what other types of sounds I can get.
Oh,
You know,
that's cool. Yeah.
I'm finally to a point where I'm happy with the way it sounds. now I just kind of want to like see how many weird things I can do with my guitar, and that's why that pedal is really cool at Pog 2, because if you turn down the dry mix on it and you just leave basically all the synths that are all the octaves play, it sounds like an organ, like a full blown.
That's pretty cool.
Organ, and it actually has settings on there to where you can make it sound even more like an organ, where it's playing straight organ, which is badass. We haven't really implemented any of that shit though into our songs yet.
Got to make a song that takes full advantage of that organ feel. It's got like a church vibe.
Oh, we made a churchy song the other. Well, we made a good churchy one not that long ago.
They can't hear you when you're talking into the ground.
Oh,
I heard you.
We also just don't believe in churches, so like we can't hear those things.
You guys are on the same page.
Yay!
Yeah.
So, your show is next week.
Yes.
If whatever reason I can't make it, I'm gonna give you $10 anyway, and then also a guitar pedal.
Damn.
Is that fair?
You better make it. You better make it to that show.
What are you, Nardwar, giving all these great gifts to your guests?
I know.
Hey.
And then a big fat hug.
Okay.
Because that's what Nardwar would do.
That's really what I meant.
Cool.
I was really after the hug. See, that's what's going on.
Okay, like I don't know.
Hug. It's over the internet. You can't feel it, but you know it's there.
Thank you. I'm returning that digital hug.
It's happening this moment.
This is getting weird.
You're still embracing too.
Everyone who's listening on Facebook.
Okay.
It's a very long embrace.
Dude,
okay, you can let go now.
Jeremy like always watches our podcast and comments on them, dude. I love that.
Hell yeah. And they're like, who the fuck are these guys? They're lame. Get them off of here. We're going to read through all the comments later. Shit.
Just come watch us. We're more impressive. We're more watch live when we're playing than when you hear us talking.
Yeah, I was never built to talk.
No, you guys are good live.
I started writing music in the first place.
I've seen you twice live. I know that. Because there was that one show, and then I saw you at Indy 500 too.
Yeah, what show did you see us at? What was the first one?
It was where the fuck was it? It was like in like a ballroom type place, and then there was like.
Oh, did you see it? Where was it? Was it at Crescent?
Yes, that was it.
At Crescent Ballroom, that was fucking. That was a year ago.
That was fun. Yeah, I had a lot of fun.
Yeah, that was with Sound Bombers. They were the ones that opened. They're playing with us on this. Played with us and Bear Ghost and Mouse Pal for Mouse Pal's album release.
Yeah, bless you. That's awesome. Oh, thank you.
Yeah, that was a fun show. If you can make it to this one, it'd be fantastic. Next Saturday, January 12th, Rebel Lounge. Tickets pre-sale, $10, $12 at the door.
Rebel Lounge, $10.
Check out HollowPoint Vigils. Wait, where can
doors open at 8? First band goes on at 9. It's going to be a good show. If you want to see a nice variety of music and not have the same type going over, just go to the show. Go to the show.
Let's go.
It's more entertaining. Like I said, we're more entertaining live.
Yeah.
Be there or be square.
We're not really that cool on a podcast. I'm finding out.
Oh no, you guys are good. This is fun. This is fun. Like the fact that we can just sit back and like you guys can like carry the podcast says a lot, you know.
Yeah, you're like fun friends.
Oh, awesome. Good. I'm glad this is where. I hope you're not just being really nice right now.
No, we're not. No.
It's like fuck these guys. Get them off and never bring them back ever.
I'm actually not a nice person at all.
So let's talk about the contest, Andrew.
Oh yeah.
Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm
how
here.
Do you get a weed man?
Okay,
you get it with memes.
Hold on. Wait, was I clued in on this a little bit?
I thought you knew about it.
Okay, so we need to give away one pedal at a time, all right? Because I don't want to like oversaturate it.
All right, so in order to enter this contest, you make a post on Twitter and you hashtag it memes for the weed man, and there needs to be a meme in there. There needs to be an image. And we're going to select the best meme submitted in this hashtag. And when does this contest end? Let's say...
Dana, you might be
2
able to
weeks.
get another pedal out of this.
2 weeks from now, so January 19th.
Oh, shit.
January 19th at midnight is the cutoff. We're going to select the best possible meme on Twitter with hashtag memes for the weed man.
Memes for the weed man. There you go.
Yeah.
It's fucking awesome.
That's a long hashtag.
It needs to be a music-related meme. It doesn't have to be pedal-related. Hashtag memes for the weed man.
Does it just have to be? Is it something that we have to custom make, or?
Yeah, it has to be OC. If we find that it's from somewhere, then it's disqualified as an entry.
Awesome.
All right, thanks guys for coming on
The
again.
image doesn't have to be original, but the joke that you put on the image has to be at least not reverse Google image searchable.
All right, that works.
Yeah, I'll see you guys soon. Thanks for talking to us.
Fuck yeah.
It was fun.
Yeah, absolutely. And I can't even say words now. Come to the show next Saturday. Shit, I don't even know where we're playing.
Dude, don't.
Wait, how many days are in a week again? I forgot.
Days of the week.
All right, everyone. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Thanks for. Okay.
Thanks for having me.
All right. Bye.